The football fans of the Gulf will no doubt be amongst the most vocal of this Asian Cup. Up to 7 teams from the region are taking part in the finals. The main challenge will probably come from Iran. The Islamic Republic are 3-time winners of this competition. However, since their last Asian Cup triumph in 1976, the team has underachieved. Many thought the World Cup in 2006 would be the team's big breakthrough, but after 2 defeats and a draw in Germany, the team went home after the first stage.
I really don't know the reason why they don't play so good. There were any problems they had. I don't know what the problems were, but they had a good team. So I really don't know the reason.
What are your chances in the Asian Cup?
This year we have 5-6 legends in this team. There are young players in the back, and they have a good team. So we hope they will have a good tournament.
Iran's failure at the World Cup meant the coach was replaced, and the change certainly had the desired effect as the team went on to top their qualifying group. The new man in charge hopes that momentum can now be carried forward into the finals.
I think all the teams will be hard to beat, but there are 5 or 6 who can win the title, like Australia, South Korea, Japan and Saudi Arabia. We hope to show a strong level in the competition, and we have a good chance to win it for the first time in 30 years.
Iran's neighbour to the west, Iraq, may not have the same pedigree, but the fact they've even reached this stage is a victory in itself. With all the turmoil in their country, the team still qualified for the finals as group winners. Their new coach hoping that their success can unite the country and to give its people a respite from the troubles back home.
I'm not going there only to participate. There is 4 teams. In this moment, all teams, they have a chance to pass to the second round. You know, I'm going to work to go to the final. I cannot promise because I don't have a crystal ball with me, but I'm preparing my players, my group to work, mentalize them to be faced to the problems, then to absorb the problems and go to do their best to go to the final.
Well, if you talk to the Iraqi and Iranian football fans, maybe not surprisingly, they all say they're going to win the Asian Cup this year. But perhaps more important than that, the competition gives them the chance for people to talk about their football rather than politics. And if they can do that, for their fans at least, their Asian Cup campaigns will have to be seen as a success. For Saudi Arabia, success will be trying to improve on their last Asian Cup showing, when they were knocked out in the first round. This recent performance against fellow Asian Cup finalists, the United Arab Emirates, suggesting they should make the quarter-finals at the very least. As for the UAE, well, their hopes will depend on the man who inspired them to victory in the Gulf Cup earlier this year, Ismail Mater. However, fellow Gulf teams Bahrain and Oman will do well to make it to the quarter-finals, as both find themselves in tough groups. So what of the final team in the Gulf, Qatar? Well, the country won gold at the Asian Games football back in December, and many of that team will be playing in the Asian Cup. Another thing to consider is that the league here in Qatar is one of the strongest in the region. In fact, the general standard of football in the Gulf is on the up and up. So while most people, quite rightly, would have Australia and Japan as their favourites, don't be too surprised to find a team from this part of the world lining up in the final in Jakarta on July the 29th. Rahul, Pathak, Al Jazeera, Doha.